Hey everybody! This week I finally made good on my goal to expand my reading horizons. For years I have been trying to convince myself to read more nonfiction. Just because I'm out of school doesn't mean I get to stop learning, right? Easier said than done. I have a really short attention span when it comes to reading nonfiction, mostly because it's too dry for my taste. I really like to learn about history, but again, those kinds of books have a tendency to be dry, at least as far as my experience goes. I aim to find some that aren't. This week, I am reviewing one such nonfiction, Dragon Sea by Frank Pope. This is definitely a book you have to want to read, but I found it very interesting. Pope relates the adventure of an underwater archaeological excavation of a sunken ship transferring massive amounts of Vietnamese porcelain, a rare cargo. Ever since the first time I watched Raiders of the Lost Ark, I have loved reading or watching anything about archaeology. But this is the first nonfiction piece I've actually read on it. Think of this less as fool's gold and more like a Discovery Channel documentary. The book follows the excavation from discovery to the physical excavating and on to the aftermath. It covers a lot of information about basic archaeology, diving, and Vietnamese history. The best thing about Dragon Sea is the quality with which it is written. Again, I have to say that I have a really short attention span when reading nonfiction, but Pope knows just how to tug you along with the story. It's an interesting tale and it's compellingly conveyed. Also important to note, Pope explains everything in everyman terms. There's not a lot of jargon, so an average citizen like me can enjoy it without reaching for the dictionary every other word. While it's brilliantly told, I did feel he was building it up to a big finale that never happened. A lot of the things I took as foreshadowing just kind of fizzled out. The one thing I didn't like about this book is that there is some swearing. It didn't pop up until maybe 100 pages in, and it really threw me off. There wasn't a ton of swearing, but there were pockets of it, always in dialogue and mostly the F word, which is something I usually don't tolerate at all. Because of this, it's a tough call how to rate this book. I know it's nonfiction, and especially because the swearing is in the dialogue, it would be considered a true retelling of the events. But I always gauge books by the level of my enjoyment, and every time I hit one of these profanity pockets, I flinched. It was jarring. So I give Dragon Sea by Frank Pope 3 stars, and I commend the author for one of the first nonfiction books I have been able to finish in a reasonable amount of time. I would recommend this book to anyone who has an interest in real-life adventures, archaeology, interesting and little-known history tidbits, or even diving. Just keep in mind what I said about the swearing, and enjoy! Alright, I just have a couple of announcements. I know that it's really late, but this Friday I will be posting my book-to-movie comparison for Percy Jackson and The Lightning Thief. Yay! Also, coming up, I will be doing a June wrap-up video as well as a booktubeathon video. And hey, thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, or subscribe. Or hey, you could do all 3!